Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our next installment of the AIM2Learn webinar series. My name is Matt Minner. I'm with Catalyst Connection, and today we're joined by Assaf Buch with Matics. We're going to talk about real-time data analytics for manufacturers. Welcome, Assaf.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me.
And absolutely. And before I hand it over to Assaf, I also want to mention we also have my colleague Tom Reed on the line. We both work together amongst the Catalyst team on the AIM Hire initiative, which is what brings this webinar to you twice a month. So just before I hand it over to Assaf, I just wanted to do a quick overview of the AIM Hire consortium for those who may not be familiar. So first off, the AIM Hire Consortium, it's a Department of Defense funded program, all geared towards strengthening and expanding the defense supply chain here in Southwest Pennsylvania and West Virginia, with a focus on advanced manufacturing technologies and just striving to provide various benefits such as mini grants, technical services and technical assistance, and various other types of support and workforce training, et cetera, to our manufacturers in the region who are already in the defense supply chain or who may be interested in pursuing opportunities there. And you can see the broad range of resources that the AIM Hire Consortium brings together, from economic and workforce development to technology institutes and universities across the region. It's really bringing together a wide range of resources. And lastly, I want to highlight our growing supplier capabilities database, which is all geared towards connecting the regional supply base in Southwest Pennsylvania and West Virginia, where purchasing folks from the defense industry and from primes and higher tiered suppliers can go in and search for the exact capabilities that they need across our region to help connect and grow the regional ecosystem. So with that, I'd like to give control to, or pass it over to to Assaf. I mistake there. I have another colleague we've been working with, but I'm going to pass it over to Assaf here to start to share with us about some real-time analytics and what that can do for manufacturers and what kind of challenges that can address. So, Assaf.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Please confirm that you see my screen.
Yes, they're all coming in. Thank you.
Okay. So today we're going to try to shed some light on different terms: Industry 4.0, digital transformation, and the breakdown of the meaning of that. So just to introduce Matics, Matics is a real-time operational intelligence system for manufacturers. So our vision, we've created a unique real-time operational intelligence solution for agile management on the production floor. And this is very important because our aim is to facilitate factories and manufacturers to have a new proactive real-time environment for significant enhancements in productivity, profitability, and sustainability, of course. Main challenges as we find them, and it's all over, okay, across continents. Productivity issues, low machine utilization, production rate, scrap rate, okay, high scrap rate, and of course, additional productivity issues. In terms of sustainability, and this is very important, there's an increased trend, okay, both from consumers and manufacturers and providers and suppliers for big corporations to be energy sufficient and to be material efficient, monitor the energy, material consumption, material waste, and ensure material recycling. We can see it, of course, in by the way, in the plastic vertical, when it's a very challenging approach for the manufacturers because there's a bad publicity in terms of plastics. And of course, in terms of profitability, machine performance, employee cost, everything, energy cost, everything goes higher and higher by the year. So by adopting real-time technologies, all stakeholders can solve problems when they still matter. Productivity, why productivity is low? So statistics say that it's 70% of it is human related. It's not machine related. It's not the product design related. It's human related. Training, management oversight, human error. So this is exactly the issue that we're trying to solve. How manufacturers, not all of them, okay, but most of them that we find, how do they manage the production flow today? Different methods, from paper and Excel and running some kind of NOE monitoring, retrospective, local MES systems, old systems, some kind of a homebrew systems, HMI systems, but they're lacking 24/7 visibility, insights in real time, and two things that are very important: factory-wide team collaboration and call to action. So just trying to break down the concept of Industry 4.0. So the goal of Industry 4.0 is transformation, is to create a learning, agile organization capable of continuously adapting and changing to changing conditions. And this is by Acatec. Acatec is a German institute that is a very important part of the Industry 4.0. So the challenge, as you can see, is that most of the manufacturers are running about 45%, 55% of the capabilities or the theoretical output, and they're not using all the resources. So by adopting real-time technology, you can solve things in real time and be proactive. That means that basically the concept is to shorten the latency between an event occurrence and the corrective action. So in terms of steps, what you need to do is take an event, okay, that happens, make it visible, and then from visibility to analysis, analysis to action, and action to result. And as you shorten this latency, it creates an ability, of course, to provide the higher performance and create some kind of tradition, okay, that you can follow along the time. And so what we do, we'll have a new computing paradigms, okay, and create an operational intelligence solution. Of course, with IoT technologies and cloud computing and analytics and prediction. So this is my favorite slide because this is the 6 steps in terms of digital transformation. First, you need to have a computer system. Then you need to have machine connectivity. After you have full machine connectivity, you gain visibility. And visibility is not enough. You need to gain transparency. Transparency means that all the stakeholders are aware and can access the system and see what's going on the production floor, assuming, of course, that everything changes all the time, especially when you're working with a large number of machines. Only after gaining stage 4, you can go for predictive and adoption. So statistics say that most of the manufacturers are somewhere between stages 2 and 3. And this is exactly the situation that we're trying to solve by providing simple tools to leap between the stages. Typical use cases. The first one is OE live monitoring, live management. That means not retrospective, not running a report of what happened last week or yesterday, but having live management. Of course, another use case is the full production journey management. That means that you can manage all the process, all the workflow from raw material to finished goods. material management, including, of course, material waste management, energy management, first time fix, the ability to manage the reaction and the collaboration between the production team and the maintenance team, and get it to be as efficient as you can. And of course, after COVID, remote management, collaboration, communication, and task management. And this is key, okay? The ability to remotely manage and create a platform which is shared by everyone. They can collaborate, they can communicate instead of instant messaging groups that they have, and task management and routines, which creates knowledge capture. Taking under consideration that workforce, the skilled workforce is getting older, and knowledge transformation is a big challenge these days. Foundations of transformation as I manage. First, connectivity. You need to get full machine connectivity, visibility, and then continuous analysis and insights, collaboration and communication, notification, automatic notification and information, and then procedures and tasks and automation in terms to capture knowledge and sustain it. The challenge, of course, and every manufacturer says, okay, I need to have a big infrastructure project deployed. And this is not the case. You can easily deploy with various tools, okay, that we provide. You can easily deploy a non-intrusive, easy setup, wireless connectivity on the production floor without stopping production, without running cables, without making it a 6-month project. So with the variety of tools like external Wi-Fi PLCs and machine vision and industrial protocols, if you have things on hand already installed on the production floor, and low touch IoT. So this phase needs to be very, very quick. The second thing is that you need to have a platform which analyzes and aggregates information that flows from different sources, from machines, from the team, okay, from managers and operation and QC teams and planners and maintenance team, combined with information that flows from third-party systems, ERP, MRP, external systems, all the MES systems, and with sensors. So by aggregating and analyzing the data flow, you can gain perfect visibility and transparency about what's going on the production floor. So how does it work? We collect high-resolution multi-source data aggregation. Okay, send it to our engine. We run a real-time continuous data analysis and prediction. From that, we're creating automated notifications by high-quality one. Okay, that means that the right information is being delivered to the right person at the right time. It's not because there's a lot of information, but it needs to be precise and it needs to be on time. Complementing by collaboration, traceable communication, it creates the transparency that I mentioned, and then it's knowledge which is captured in context of the production, of the machine, of the product, of the team that is working on, followed by task management and process automation. Process automation means that you can run a rule which is multi-conditional. If condition A, B, and C occurs, let's create a task and call to action automatically. So basically, we're transforming a vast amount of operational data into actionable information. Just our approach towards different persons or different teams on the production floor. Everyone has their own needs, and they need to work with a tool that provides it. With QC teams and technicians and maintenance teams and planners and managers and operators. Everyone is a part of the effort. Analytics and work management tools. Starting from the right hand side, okay, this is day to day. Okay, you need to have the ability to schedule and run the production and manage your energy and material and maintenance and quality and inventory. That's for sure. But on top of it, you need to use tools that can build the tradition of operational excellence. This is by communication and target management. When you're running 55% OEE, it's not feasible to set a target of 100. So you provide a target of, let's say, 60, 65, and then along the weeks, you can see the improvement, followed by notification, task management, and workflow. And then once you use these tools, you need to have the ability to have smart KPIs and smart notification and real-time analytics and business intelligence to run insights in for longer periods of time, do comparison. Everything needs to be quick. Everything needs to be simple to use. We use different applications. We've got the manager application, mobile, iOS, Android, downloaded from the stores, with perfect ability to see what's going on the production floor, communicate, create tasks, useful for the maintenance teams as well. We've got the main application for production planning, for deeper analytics. We've got the operator application. The operator is a very big part of the system. It provides information. He runs his action. He starts a work order. He ends the setup. He reports rejects. He sees his performance. It's a great tool for the maintenance team because they can see what's going on the machine in terms of timeline. So different application for different persons. Total visibility is very important as well. That means that people do not run reports anymore. They don't have the patience. They don't want to go to a system and run a report. Everything is in the palm of your hand. You have a library of insights. You can create your own dashboards. You can see online what's going on the machine, on the production floor, on the department. You can see trends. You can run comparisons, and everything is very, very quick, as it should be. And one thing that we believe very strongly in is the concept of winning the shift day in, day out. That means that once your approach is winning the shift starts, okay? And then there's a shift evolution. That means that things change. So by having a simple tool, okay, and manage the shift in real time and know where to put your focus on, you're able to react faster, to solve issues, and of course gain performance. This is just a screenshot of heat maps, but we've got different tools in order to provide you the ability to win the shift over and over again, and more important, the ability to provide the information for the next shift. That means that shift going out and shift going in have the tool to give the next shift the relevant information about things that were not solved, about the challenges, about the performance, and then you can create a continuous effect of improvement as well. Of course, with the full trends, with the online timeline and availability for all the machines, with all the performance, everything, of course, is in real time without needing to run anything. Production issue into actionable tasks. The ability to run tasks and track them as a Kanban. Think about it like Monday for production. Okay, you can track all the tasks from the beginning to the end, and you can see if there are tasks that are left behind, that are late. You can set priorities. You can assign it to a team, to a person, and then capture the knowledge with routines. And this becomes to be a very, very powerful tool. If you use, of course, the automatic trigger routines, then tasks are created automatically based on multi-conditions, as I mentioned, and from that you can, instead of running whiteboards or cell phone communication, you have a centralized platform that you can manage your tasks and see completion for all the teams, by the way, not only for the production team, it's for the maintenance, for the logistics, and for other teams as well. Structured communication, as I mentioned, getting rid of the WhatsApp groups or whatever instant communication channels that you use. It becomes to be machine-based communication and traceable communication between the stakeholders. And everything is tagged. That means that you can go back and see what happened and when. And this is an example for a service call from a machine. Okay, that means that, for example, the operator is creating a service call. The machine is broke down. The the technician gets it, accepts it, runs it. Okay, and you can run different kind of KPIs, MTBF, MTTR, again in terms of collaboration and reaction and latency. One last very important thing for us is to create an ultra fast rollout. That means that when you introduce this kind of platform, a digital solution, a digital twin, it needs to be fast. It needs to create an impact. So what you see here is done in weeks. That means that every stage is between 1 to 2 or 3 weeks. So usually we go live from the kickoff meeting in terms of 2 to 3 weeks. It's not a big project. It's not needs to be a big project that you wait for months in order to gain the first visibility. Everything needs to be very quick. And then when you go live and you have real-time availability and real-time performance, you deeper the use, going agile. Thank you very much for your time. If there's questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Assaf, for sharing this information on a lot of the common challenges around data analytics and how companies really just manage all the massive information they have. So thank you very much. One question, you talked about sensors and other hardware solutions that can be incorporated into the Matics system. Are those do you have specific hardware that is developed by Matics, or is that all hardware agnostic that pretty much anything on the market can be incorporated?
Usually, we provide our unique hardware, which we have developed when there's nothing on the production floor. It's fast, easy to install. Every technical team is able to install, and it gives you the ability to go very easily go live with our equipment with a very small investment, by the way. When there's a need to integrate to peripheral systems, to an existing infrastructure which is already on hand, we're going to do it. We've got the abilities, we've got the tools, we've got the connectors to do it. So basically, we're providing a solution based on the current situation. We can go from zero infrastructure, zero connectivity to full connectivity using our hardware, or integrate to an existing one, or provide additional one, which is let's say in situations which are more complex, like vision, like other tools.
Okay, great. And just another note to the attendees: if you do have any questions, feel free to post them in the questions or the chat window. And just one more that we have while we give folks, in case they have any questions they're thinking of. What have you tended to see in terms of small manufacturers and their ability to implement these types of solutions? What's kind of the the biggest hurdles you've seen for more of the small and medium manufacturers?
So small and medium manufacturers, there are a few things that are in common. Um, when they're not using this kind of a tool, the day-to-day life seems like running around the performance and trying to achieve the delivery date. And there are a few things that are very common. There's a gap between the production team and the sales team. There's a gap between the maintenance team and the production team. And we find that the ability to adopt this kind of technology, because it's simple to use, creates a very positive impact. And people feel that they work less and they have the accurate information and they can act based on the accurate information. And you need to understand that when you're able to run in higher performance, it creates a domino effect. That means that instead of running around on the production floor and reacting to things that happen, they can produce more. They can produce more for a timeline, for an hour, for a day, for a shift. They produce in higher quality. They gain transparency. That means that no one needs to call anyone. Everyone knows what is the stage of the work order. You can follow it all with the digital tools, and of course communicate and collaborate. So the positive effect is huge, and we see that a lot of things that happen when on production floors is that sometimes the production teams or the operator's voice is not heard. And by creating, again, a transparent platform, their voice are heard and the ability to react and, for example, deal with malfunctions or breakdowns that occur over and over again on the machine. Suddenly you can see that by using values and numbers and understanding about the impact, um, things are happening. Absolutely, things are happening. And this is a very positive effect.
Well, very good. Well, thank you again so much for your time, Assaf, today. And if anyone wants to go back and review, we will have this recording posted to the AIM Hire website. And we definitely look forward to our next installment of AIM2Learn coming up on May 12th, where we'll have Arif Serinterlikti from Robert Morris University talking about 3D scanning and printing. So again, Assaf, thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Okay, everyone have a great afternoon.